Imam Hussein, O Master of Honor, in front of those lovers who would like to be here and perform your ziyarah and be your show at the moment, or hearing my voice and looking at your dome, looking at their behalf, on behalf of all the marhumeen sick and want you, O Imam Hussein. You are Ma'dan al-Rahmah. You are the core of mercy. So please answer all the salutations, answer all the salams that are going to be sent. Assalamu السلام لله. السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين وابن سيد الوصيين. السلام عليك وعلى الأرواح ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتك. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. I'm sending this salam to you. I know that you are Ma'dan al-Rahmah. You are the core of mercy. You are the container of the science, of the knowledge of Allah. You're the one who angels come to you and return. They permit alone to do the tasks that Almighty has ordered them to do. Now, when I'm sending, I know this much. And I know that you are Imam. You are Imamun Muftarad al-Ta'ah. And I need to follow. I need to learn your teachings and obey you. Now, all the salam to Qamar al-Ashira. To Abu al-Fadl Abbas alayhi salam, Babu al-Hawa'ij. The man who was more else. He knew the value of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Who knew his, that's he never called Imam Hussein alayhi salam, oh brother. Because he knew that as long as he is not son of Fatima al-Zahra, salamullah alayha, Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and Imam Hussein alayhi salam is his master. So we'll learn from Abu al-Fadl Abbas how high ranked we are. But in front of Imam of our time, we're nothing. We stay humble in front of Imam of our time. We learn all these things from Abu al-Fadl Abbas alayhi salam. Oh, Abu al-Fadl Abbas, you are our teacher. How to be respectful to Imam of our time. So here I say salam to you on behalf of all the mu'mineen and mu'minat. Assalamu alayka ya qamar al-ashira. Assalamu alayka ya bab al-hawa'ij. Assalamu alayka al-'uta. Assalamu alayka ya hamil liwa al-Hussein. Imam Hussein knew who is the best one to bear, you became the flag bearer of Imam Hussein alayhi salam in the day of Ashura on the land of Karbala. كفيل السلام عليك يا قطيع الكفين السلام عليك يا أبا الفضل رحمة الله وبركاته. Really happy for having and being granted this great opportunity of serving all the mu'mineen and far from Karbala moment, but their hearts are here next to me inside the holy Shan of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Home of al-Fadl Abbas alayhi salam. Now, I am looking at my smartphone. I can find those followers of Ahlul Bayt who love to be here in Karbala and would like to perform Ziyarah for Imam Hussein alayhi. I will read your salutations, your salams, and inshallah your last salam to Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Sayyid Kulsum Zahra Zaidi says, Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah wa ala al-arwah allati hallat ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتك. إلهي آمين. She also says, Assalamu alaykum Hashim. Assalamu alayka ya Aba al-Fadl al-Abbas. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajah. Farhar Azviz, Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. Ya حسين السلام عليك يا مولى عباس يا سقا يا سكينة السلام عليك يا فرزند زهراء يا إمام رجب الشريف. Millions of salutations to my Mawla. Mawla bless us again and again with the ziyarah of Holy Karbala. Good health to my us all from the pandemic virus. لبيك يا حسين. Sayyid Kulsum Zahra is also sending a message. Salam ya Mawla. To be purified with the love of Ahlul Bayt بحق بيبي سيدة سكينة يا أمين. Narjis, bless is so we are safe. Mawla bless us so we are safe. Ali al-Najjar Ya Mawla Abbas Aziza Sibtain says, I don't know, maybe there's some problem with the audio is not clear. I don't know. I hope if my brothers in the control room check everything. And finally, Andalib Afza says, Salam Ya Mawla alayhi salam iltimas dua. These are a few salams and salutations that have been sent by you to this channel. And if you followed me with the salam, that when we say salam to Imam Hussein alayhi salam, now we know that Imam Hussein alayhi salam is خزان العلم. He is مختلف الملائكة. He is أهل بيت النبوة. And these meanings are great phrases. Let's welcome respected guest Sheikh Mustafa Akhound in this studio, who is مجمعين and make us more lovers of Ahlul Bayt. Assalamu alaikum Shaykhna, and welcome to this.
Of Imam Hussein TV 3. May Allah bless each and every one of them, grant them the visitation of the holy shrine in Iran, and hasten the appearance of our beloved Imam Mahdi Ajlallah Ta'ala Farajul Sharif, and may Allah grant us.
Thank you so much, Shaykhna. And actually, this is the greatest and the most have. May Allah to be his soldiers, to be between his hands, inshallah. Taught the form of ziyarah. Before you come and join us, actually we respected viewers and I, we all said salam to Imam Hussein alayhi salam, knowing and we remembered what you said the other night. For tonight, are we still going to be Madin al-Rahma or no?
To make and draw some action plans from these couple of verses and phrases that we have discussed, and inshallah, ومنتهى رسول الكرام. You have the ultimate degree of forbearance, and you are the origins and the foundation. To remind the audience and the viewers, respected viewers, about the two verses that we read last night, and we concluded the Imam that they are khuzan al-ilm, they are the hoarders, know the knowledge they have. And again, verse 40, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قال الذي عنده علم من الكتاب أنا آتيك به قبل أن يرتد إليك طرف. He asked his lead advisor, the one said, I can bring you the throne of the queen, I'll bring it to you in the twinkling of an eye. He had knowledge of the book.
And sorry, which book it is that we're talking about in this?
Well, we can talk the book of knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that has passed through the Quran was revealed. So it adds the revelations from other prophets, slowly, portion by, and that is
great.
And so that was what he could do with that amount of ilm, portion of the knowledge he had. He brought the queen to another country, while Prophet Sulaiman was seated on the twinkling of his eye. The queen's throne was there. Imam saw Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he has the knowledge of it complete. ويقول الذين كفروا لست مرسلا قل كفى بالله شهيدا. Let's say you have not been sent by Allah. Say Allah suffices as a witness between me and the knowledge of the book.
Allah.
There's حديث beautiful حديث مستدرك الوسائل ومستنبط المسائل volume 17 page 333 صدره all his and bringing us himself to his chest والله كله Imams of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, they don't need to swear to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but that is emphasizing about the importance. Wallahi ilm al-kitab عندنا all of it entirety it's in within والله كله عندنا, and Imam repeated it 3 times.
And this ilm, this knowledge is beyond our imagination.
If it wasn't for Bada, which I'm not sure if we were able to discuss in these 30 nights, if the concept of Bada wasn't change it, something might happen, hoping that the reappearance of Imam al-Mahdi ajalallah ta'ala faraj al-sharif, for Bada to happen 100 years, for example, for appears. Hopefully it's not that long. Of inshallah our dua and us begging and supplicating and keep praying dua al-faraj and eagerly wanting Allah to hasten his reappearance, he will change it and he make it tomorrow. Of course, he knows
this means that Almighty is making it on our shoulders.
Yes.
And is giving us the opportunity of
Definitely.
changing
that
the
there's a
destiny.
possibility that same thing as Bani Israel, what happened amount of years, very long, but due to their 40 days of supplication and praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah reduced it by 170 years and he sent Prophet Musa ala nabina wa alayhi wa alayhi salam to them. So they have the means to access the knowledge of unseen. When they want to, they can't. Brings us a person, Umar ibn al-Khattab, one day asked Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, how is it that anytime that we ask you answer right away? Imam told him, how many fingers do you have in your hand? Right away he said 5. I said, did you have to think about it? He said, no, this is obvious. He said, the knowledge of unseen for me is the same as you knowing the amount of fingers you have. Because again, Rasulullah opened 1,000 door of knowledge. Each one of them opens 1,000 doors. So 1,000,000 doors of knowledge was opened to Amir al-Mu'mineen by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and him giving, he has been given this knowledge by Allah.
Or speaking of Commander of Faithful Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, which says, "Saluni qabla an tafqiduni, fa ana a'lam bi turuq as-sama min al-ard." It means that he's comparing the ways in the sky, and he is more knowledgeable.
Numerous hadith that, for example, Imam Ali alayhi salam, and he took the water. He said, if I was able to, I could make light from this water. They didn't understand what does this mean. How can water give light? And right now we know we have the dams and then the water behind. Under this earth, while he was in Iraq and Kufa, under this earth is a black gold. Well, we know right now, which is the oil. And many hadith from Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam that they said what is going to happen in the future. Starting with Rasulullah. That was one example. All of the Imams have talked about, for example, Imam al-Mahdi ajalullah ta'ala, they have said what will happen at the end of the day, Akhir al-Zaman. And we see many of the signs of Akhir al-Zaman, the end of days, said by them 1400 years ago. And more and more. I mean, we won't be able to finish talking about, if we want to talk about the knowledge of the Imams only, we won't be able to finish until the end of our life. Or if we want to talk about their mercy, any aspect of their lives, if numerous resources and hadith and stories that we can bring. So it brings us to action plans. Summarizing in these previous nights, the first action plan will be when we talk about Ahl al-Bayt alayhim salam to be ma'dan al-rahmah, we go back to them. That make us as an action plan for us to let us treat people with mercy. And everything good that we talk about starts with father, I as a mother, I as a brother, I as a sister, I as a child. Everybody within the household, we start treating one another with mercy. Starts with home and expands from there. If they are our role models, متخلفين, we don't call them khulafa, متخلفين, they usurp the right of khilafah from Ahl al-Bayt alayhim salam. If we accept them as a role models, that's a different scenario. But if we come and we ask Ahl al-Bayt alayhim salam for help, well, let us imitate their principles. So action plan will be from now on, and this is the that we can make a decision. Tasmim, nusammim. We make decision, a determination that this month of Ramadan, as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa says, anybody who wants to have a pass and to cross the to perfect his morality and akhlaq. So that's number one. They are ma'dan al-rahmah. We learn from their mercy and we apply it with other people, with everyone. We treat everybody with mercy.
I would like to ask you a question about the Ziyarah Jami'ah, or this Ziyarah. These words are having a great meaning, you know, they are so deep. And say these that we are talking about right now.
Sure.
But the things that you're talking about, and you're expanding the meaning of each phrase of this ziyarah, it's because it has been revealed by an infallible, by
Yes.
Imam al-Hadi alayhi salam. There was an uninfallible person who would never ever be able to say such a thing.
Sure.
And definite, exact introduction of Ahlul Bayt salawatullahi wa salam alayhi.
The reason why, because we could have find flaws with life that they didn't have. For example, ma'dan al-rahmah, that they treat their enemy or someone without mercy. I mean, even while they are in the battlefield, they still have mercy.
Yeah.
I mean, they are not going viciously, just killing right. That they do it mercy. So there is no flaws. Khuzan al-an find an event that a person coming to the Imam, asking a question, and Imam not being able to answer him. So, well, I'm not sure.
This hasn't happened.
It hasn't happened. Enemies of Ahl Bayt alayhim salam. Muawiyah la'natullah alayhi, Amr al-As la'natullah alayhim, they all knew who Ahl Bayt alayhim salam were. Amr al-As one time says to Muawiyah, you think I am with you because I trust you and I believe you? No, because of because I know his prayers will be accepted, and I will be with you with this worldly affairs and positions, and for me to become the governor of Egypt while he wanted to become. So they knew it. Abu Sufyan and all the enemies of Ahl Bayt alayhim salam, they are this candle, this ark of salvation. They are the light of guidance. They didn't want this to happen. Amr al-As has a beautiful lines of poetry about the virtue of Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. But his lust and his desire and his ego and his love for this world, because of this world, has blinded him to see the rest. So that's number one, core of mercy action plan. Start treating everybody, parents, everybody. As a Muslim, number one, as a Shia of Ahl Bayt alayhim salam, we have a role model to imitate and follow, and that's Ma'dan al-Rahmah Ahl Bayt, to follow them and be treating everybody with mercy. Anything that we want, any question that we have, let us go to Ahl Bayt alayhim salam first, get the answer from them. If we didn't find it within the schools of Ahl Bayt alayhim salam, go anywhere else that you want. Imam says, "Sharraga, gharraba, go eat." Our house and a household, basically household, Ahlul Bayt al-Nubuwwah. Let us ameliorate and bring this connection back again, this connection that happens between some of us with the narrations of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. As we translate into English, this book I have probably said it 1,000 times in different shows, different states, different countries. Tuhaf al-Uqul, small book. As far as small book means the size of it, it's not more than 400 or 500 pages. And every day take one or two or salam is coming. Let us appreciate the life of Imam al-Hasan alayhi salam by reading at least 5 narrations from his life.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful hadith. Imam Ali alayhi salam advises Imam al-Hasan al-Mujtaba alayhi salam. I have a thick book, almost 1,000 pages of the advice of Amir al-Mu'minin to his son. Beautiful letter. Inshallah, Allah give me long life. One time, one Ramadan, one Muharram, some this relationship between us and Ahlul Bayt and their knowledge. Their knowledge is their ahadith, their narrations. نهج البلاغة, تحف العقول, بصائر الدرجات, وسائل الشيعة, أصول الكافر. This day and age, there are applications with the hadith of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. There are websites, hundreds of them, thousands of books available in all different kind of language. Farsi, Arabic, English, Urdu, Spanish, I have seen French, I have seen it's been translated.
And
so there are a lot of them. I mean, I know that for any of us, if they want to dedicate their life, next 30, 40, 50 years, there's enough information there for them to read. And I say, they couldn't say, well, I finished reaching and reading, I don't have it. So let us, we don't know when our life will end. This coronavirus, it was a good wake-up call for all of us that it can happen. Death can come as See, nobody was anticipating and think that I'm going to clap. They didn't think about it. Suddenly we see death in front of us. Angel Israel. Well, one more hadith. Let me just do one more thing. One good thing. No, we have a time. We don't know when it's finished. So let us not procrastinate and get in what we need to do. And it's not our relationship between us and Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. They are ma'dan al-rahmah. And why it's easy to deal with them? Why? Because they have the ultimate degree of forbearance. Because they have muntah al-hilm. That's why it's not our job to deal with them. Again, we have numerous stories that we have. Harramna Yazid al-Riyahi comes back. There is no paperwork needed. Okay, let me write a paperwork. Send it to the Imam Hussein. Give me. No. As soon as you make the intention, Imam Ajalullah Ta'ala Farajah Sharif, tonight, I want to come back to you. Again, I want to ameliorate this relationship. Right away, Imam accepts. Tomorrow, maybe yes, maybe no. Right away, they will accept us.
It's because they are muntah al-hilm.
Muntah al-hilm. They have the ultimate degree of forbearance. So let's get to this phrase. Again, we see Imam al-Mahdi is like his father, Imam Hassan, like his father, grandfather, Imam al-Hadi, like all the Imams. He follows their footstep. When we see what Imam Sajjad, for example, did, they bring him into, he's chained. And heat of, it's the chain, and the chain is all on his neck, Allah. And his hand is to his neck. Is connected to the all of Imam Hussein. This line. Allah. A person comes to Imam in this moment. They have come from Karbala. They have gone through what they have gone through. He reaches this bones, ashes. A person comes comes to Imam Zain al-Abidin, says, I have a need. I want you to grant me my needs.
Allah.
If it would be ours, are you kidding me? Look at my Amma Zainab, salamullah. Look at all of these children. Look at the heat of this chain on my neck. It's burning me and it's... Wait here. When we leave, dig where I'm standing here. You will find what you need.
Allah.
We brought examples from life of... On that day of Ashura, many angels came to Imam Hussein alayhi salam. The angel of the wind, rain, fire. Many angels came. Jinn came, the ghost came. They told Imam, just give us the sign. A small just them all. Imam says, this is not fair. They don't see you, you see them. It's not fair.
Allah.
Imam is talking about his enemy who's about to kill him. They have stopped water to reach his camp.
Water.
So they already have wronged you. In the battle of Siffin, Muawiyah reaches the water.
Yeah.
He blocks the water to reach the camp of Imam Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Imam says, if you want water, do it. They are our enemy. They are the enemy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
And they did it first.
And they did it. Can we just pay back? Quran says, Al-Ainu bil-Ain.
Yeah.
They did it. Let us. He has learned from his fathers, Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein has learned from Imam Ali alayhi salam. We brought an example. Imam Ali has learned from Rasulullah. When they attack Khaybar,
Yeah.
the gates are closed. The camp of the army of Rasulullah block. Rasulullah says, there are children there. There are women there. We are not will fight with them.
Even though they weren't Muslims, they were Jewish.
Jewish.
Allah.
Rasulullah says in the battlefield that you are fighting a kafir. If you see him running, the animal, don't kill him. You see plants, don't destroy plants. You see elderly women or men and children, don't touch them. Buildings, don't destroy buildings. Sharif. Ultimate degree of forbearance. Imam al-Mahdi, he's seeing all the oppressions being done in this world. All the oppression. All the dhulm has been done, and unfortunately, some people are up. Misconception in the hearts of our youth. Imam is still patient. Again, a small gesture. If I say Allah, we have prophets cursed his nation. Prophet Yunus cursed his nation. Other prophets, we have examples. And the ultimate degree of forbearance gave hand in hand together, and we said one after one after one. Imam Zaman is waiting. We are oppressing him. We are sinning against him. He sees my record on Mondays and Thursdays. I commit sin. I say, Allah, forgive. And of a Shia person, a needy person, whoever it is, he showed forbearance. Allah, anta arhamur rahimin. Give him more.
And this is exactly as you said the other night, that the Holy Prophet Muhammad, when he was attacked people at the same time, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, he never
He
and
prayed for
he
them.
prayed for them. He was saying that Allah forgive them. They are ignorant. They don't know.
Yes.
إنهم لا
Allah
يعلمون.
I think. Curse them one, wronged you, and you can wrong them back. Or another level higher in a virtue, you don't say anything, you move on. Ultimate degree of forbearance, you pray for them. Oh Allah, bless me. One who gossiped behind me.
Allah.
Ultimate degree. Makarim al-akhlaq, the highest level and the peak of morality
Yeah.
you see in this teachings of Imam Ziyarah. We don't want to read Masa'ib. And he sees Amma Zainab and all what he's going through. If he would just look up, Allah, the whole Umayyad dynasty and Yazid and generation and the palace, everything. I'm not there to punish. Allah is the one to punish. Who is not punishing? I advise the parents that they base their upbringing of their kids based on punishment. If you do this, I'll punish you. If you do this, I'll punish you. Allah forgives me. If you want Allah to forgive you, start forgiving more. Sheikh, he did such and such to me, either as of kids or brothers. How many families came together? He did such and such to me. I tell him, you know how much such and such you have done against Allah showed us how to forgive. How? Within the manifestation and the embodiment and the personification of His attributes within the lives of Ahlul Bayt alayhim wasalam. Muntahal Halm. I'm not Halim. I don't have forbearance. قال أمير page 506. قال they have a saying in English. You make, I mean, do as
Until you make
so
it.
thank you. Fake it until this word.
Yeah.
You keep faking it. So that is what Imam
Exactly.
Exactly. If you don't have forbearance, act that you have forbearance. Keep acting, keep acting, keep acting, keep faking it until and they're talking and 100 years after we reached Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. That's why we have to go back to them.
Yeah.
When we hear it, fake it until make it statement 1400 years ago. If you don't have forbearance, indeed, قلما, it's very small, I mean, small. Fake being having forbearance, fake it, fake it, fake it, slowly, slowly. Inshallah, we will be amongst those people who truly followed the guidance and they had. I personally learned a lot from his stories and from his him everywhere that he went. After many, many years, he regret doing this. Again, this mission to enter. Again, we brought examples from Ahl Bayt. They are possible. We have righteous people who have done this thing. It's impossible. No, it's possible. He's a scholar also. He comes and he sits next to Grand Ayatollah al-Udma Said Muhammad Shirazi, and he I could against you. I am here to ask for forgiveness. Will be
change, yeah.
we sit a little bit high.
Yeah.
He tells him, drink your tea without anything. Drink your tea is going to be cold. Changing the discussion. He doesn't at all rub it to his face that, okay, I forgive you, don't worry about it. Your tea is going to get all cold, and what he did with Hurr ibn Yazid al-Riyahi.
But even this level of learning from Ahl Bayt is
Of Allah, we will be amongst those people who have forbearance.
inshallah. Shaykhana, actually, I have Maulana Sahib. What a I'm watching this program from London. Thank you so much, brother Tayyib Shah. And Said Nephew says, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. Fawzia Faizi, Hassan Ali. The talking, the speaking Holy Quran, not only the Quran which has been written between the papers. In the Battle of Siffin, Imam Ali alayhi salam says when Muawiyah and his army, they just raised the Quran on the to be guided by them, inshallah. Sorry for interrupting you.
No problem. No problem. السلام عليكم يا أهل بيت النبوة وموضع الرسالة ومختلف الملائكة ومحبط الوحي. The root of something is called asl, or if there are many foundations, they're called usul.
Usul, yeah.
We have the word usul or asl in the Holy Quran, chapter 14, verse 24. Allah says, I don't want to get into the interpretation of this verse, which is beautiful, how we can draw tens of action plans from it. ومثل كلمة خبيثة كشجرة خبيثة اجتثت فوق You are the foundations and the pillar of generosity. As we mentioned earlier, everything that we are talking, every phrase of Ziyarah Jam al-Kabirah, we're bringing verses of the Holy Quran, an example from the lives of Ahlul Bayt alayhim. First example, famous, but it's a good reminder. We have to always remind ourselves. The Holy Quran is always about reminding. Not one time, not two times, not three times. Allah brings the story of the life of Prophet Musa ala nabiyina wa alayhi salam. Second, to the orphan. Third, and the prisoner. We feed you only for the sake of Allah. We do not want any reward from you, nor any thanks. Needy, we understand.
Yeah.
Orphaned, we understand. The third day that they haven't eaten any iftar, they just broke their fast with a cup of water and they fasted tomorrow. And the third day, they give this loaf of bread that they're about to eat to a prisoner of war who is not Muslim. The loaf of bread that Lady Fatima Zahra with her blessed hands, she just made it for that day. That's the only thing they had to eat. To break their fast, they give it to a prisoner of war.
Allah.
Aren't they the usul? I needed myself. وَيَأْثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. They give it. They prefer other people amongst above themselves. This is Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. And many stories. So that's number one. Giving food. Miskin, yatim.
this great morality of Ahlul Bayt, but I can, I'm thinking that can it really be like this? Can we do
Masihul Shuyukh, Masihul, something with the Masih.
okay.
He was known to be able to cure any kind of sickness.
Mm.
Always don't have that much money. He said, I had some money, very small portion of money, that would only be enough either for me to buy lunch or dinner.
Uh, for one meal.
One meal, that was sufficient. That's the only amount of money than anything.
Allah.
I'm hungry. Do you have anything that you can give me? He said, I thought in a minute. If I, between one meal or another meal, if I don't eat today, it's okay. This person hasn't eaten anything. Maybe he's what I had, I give it away. While I was sitting, back in the days, our scholars, our ulama used to know tib, medicine, a little bit of medicine.
Yeah.
Because the sicknesses and the illnesses wasn't like today's, these
Yeah.
all of diseases, and it wasn't like this. There were like 4 or 5 people, bodyguards. I start going with them, go to see what's going to happen. This is my duty. While we're going, I start seeing that we're going to the upper side of the city. I start feeling just gave my $1, for example, food that I couldn't eat, and right now I'm hungry. And here, Allah, are you trying to just basically finish me? This is me saying. So he said, we enter the palace, all these maids and people working and serving. What I know of medicine is not going to cure this kind of stuff.
Oh my.
It's for a very simple cold or coughing or something. 3-4 days she doesn't have any appetite to eat, and all of these symptoms that they're saying, there is no way. My fear even increased.
Allah.
out. I said, okay, I'm going to leave. They told, no, you have to wait. I said, oh my God, if they would have let me go, anything would have happened. I would have been gone. They want me to wait.
Allah.
Waiting to see what happens. Within a couple of minutes, women within the room start screaming, Alhamdulillah. Our people, from that one moment onward, they were able to, he was able to cure all the sick.
So here I got my answer that
Alhamdulillah.
inshallah we try our best to do what Ahlul Bayt sallallahu wa sallam alayhim were doing. Thank you so much, Sheikh,
Inshallah.
for
Thank
this
you.
great
in the holy city of Karbala. Because of the corona pandemic, millions of people are out of work and are in desperate need of food supplies, especially during the Ramadan season. We at the Imam Hussein charity have a target of distributing 2,000 food baskets last year. Let's do it again. Help us eradicate hunger in the holy city of Karbala.
Through the sermon of the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.